I, Kiza Besigye.
Shortly after 2016 presidential elections, FDC's Dr. Kiza Besigye attempted to swear himself in after coming second in the polls.
So help me God.
This put him in conflict with the law, leading to a treason case that he is currently battling before court. 3 years after the election, Besigye has announced what some now describe as people's government, with himself as president and Kampala Road Mayor Elias Lukwago as deputy president, among others. It is not clear what this is aimed at achieving.
Politicians who have become famous, like Bobi Wine, and these have not been considered in such a cabinet. What is your perception of this?
By and large, the oppositional side in Uganda is also in a state of confusion. And there are very many initiatives that have been undertaken. We have got the one of DP, which has invited some members like Sewanyana and Bwanika to be in it, and they have invited others also to join them. We have the initiative of Honorable Chaguranyi, the people power. Now this people's president has put in another spanner, because it has been there anyway before, but now it might even bring a perceptual confusion within the population. All in all, I think the opposition is trying to find a home for a coalition or an alliance of these different individuals, not necessarily forces, and maybe some forces. So they are competing forces within the oppositional side. Now the most competitive one is the people power and the people's president. All the initiatives are not talking about the alternative policies, alternative ideology, alternative way of governing or running this country. They are only talking about succeeding Museveni. But they are not talking about exactly what they stand for. The face of that weaponization of law, which has constrained political space, people can come up with these different initiatives to mobilize people for political participation. Yes, are they a threat or not a threat? As long as in Uganda of today, any of these initiatives does not have the military force behind them, or they have not mobilized the military, I do not see a situation where the current government can be removed from power by any group through conventional multi-party elections, because the sitting government and the sitting incumbent president, he has got what we call organizational advantage over all these other initiatives, because he has the money.
So for him to reinvent himself through this people power assembly, it has more to do with relevance. He has to keep himself relevant, to be seen to be still around, to say, I'm present, sir.
The impression of leaders not conceding defeat is not only confined to Uganda, but an African problem. In January 2018, Kenya's leading opposition figure, Raila Amolo Odinga, swore himself in as the people's president. This could later be followed by high-profile talks that could have led to the popular presidential handshake, consequently easing political tensions.
You have responded to our challenges by mostly running away from them. You have moved from year to year, election to election, never pausing to deal with the challenges that our diversity was always going to pose to our efforts to create a prosperous and a united nation.
And this is what me and my brother have agreed, that starting today, we will begin a process of bringing our people together. That we will begin a process of discussing what ails us and what creates division amongst us.
Could it be that Besigye is seeking the president's attention towards the same direction?
From the look of things, that maybe the Colonel Kiza Besigye, after seeing Kenya a handshake working, courtesy of an earlier swearing in and then an eventual people assembly having borne fruit in Kenya. He could have thought twice and said he could actually pick a leaf from Kenya and do a similar thing, so that from there it gives him also relevance. It is for relevance, by the way.
It is argued that Besigye is seeking to regain popularity, having lost it to Chadono East legislator Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu.
I think he saw that he was irrelevant now, so he wants to attract public and media attention. Me, I have no problem with him. He's a very good person. I wish he could join the government. He brings those ideas so that we take this country to another level.
Walswaka, however, says NRM is not moved by what he describes as childish opposition gesture.
So when you say he formed the people's government, let him form. It's like a child when a child is playing with a toy car. And he tells you, I want to knock you, I will knock you. You run away, human being. So my senior brother, Dr. Kizza Besigye, since he formed his government, I think let him operate in the air or over the lake. But even the lake belongs to this government.
This is politicking. The People's Assembly, People's government can be likened to a mock exam or a moot court by the lawyers. Its significance is that it is an imitation of what you expect in future. But like a mock exam or moot court, it is examined also by the people. And in my examination, I think is that this outfit or initiative could kill FDC and Besigye or could promote him. In the sense that he has exposed the sides. Because basically this is an alliance of some individuals with FDC party. And it brings in some confusion in the sense that Besigye and Amuriat are both in FDC. And the president of FDC is Patrick Amuriat. But now Besigye has appointed him as one of the cabinet ministers in that moot court or mock government. Now who has authority? So this has now, I think, has kind of caused confusion within the authority of FDC. Who is who now? Because I thought the president of a party is the supreme authority in a party.
Dr. Kizza Besigye has contested for presidency 4 times, losing to incumbent General Yoweri Museveni since 2001. Only time will tell where he is headed with this, his people's government. Henry Okurut.